My beloved child, listen closely. There is something about to unfold in your life that you were never fully prepared for, yet your heart has sensed it for a long time. You feel it in the silence between messages, in the pauses between conversations, in the way someone looks at you and then quickly looks away. Don't skip this moment. Stay with me, because something huge is waiting for you. There is a person in your life, or about to enter it, who truly loves you. Not casually, not temporarily, not out of convenience. Their feelings are deep, sincere, and far more intense than you realize. They admire your mind. They feel comfort in your voice. They are drawn to your energy in ways they cannot even explain to themselves. When you walk into a room, their attention shifts automatically. When you smile, something inside them softens. But here is the truth that has been quietly sitting between you like an invisible wall. They struggle with your appearance. And before your heart reacts, before your mind creates stories, breathe. This is not about you being not enough. This is not about you lacking beauty. This is not about rejection. It is about perception, conditioning, fear, and the silent pressure of the world around them. Stay till the end, because what you are about to understand could change the way you see yourself forever. This person lives inside a constant comparison. They have been shaped by unrealistic standards, curated images, filtered realities. Somewhere along their journey, they absorbed a belief that love must also look a certain way, that a partner must fit a picture, that appearance equals validation. And without realizing it, they began measuring love against a mirror instead of a heartbeat. Yet every time they try to distance themselves because of this, something pulls them back. Your authenticity disrupts their illusion. Your presence challenges their conditioning. Your confidence unsettles their doubts. They may not say it, but part of them knows that what they feel for you is rare. And rare things don't come twice in a lifetime. Don't skip, because this is where it gets deeper. Their problem with your appearance is not truly about your face, your body, your style, or your features. It is about their fear of judgment. Fear of what others might say. Fear of stepping outside expectations. Fear of choosing depth over display. They are battling between what feels right and what looks acceptable. And that battle exhausts them. They find themselves staring at your photos longer than they admit. They replay your conversations. They remember the way you laughed at something small. They feel safe around you in ways they have never felt before. But then the outside world whispers in their ear, and doubt creeps in. What if people don't understand? What if I am judged? What if this isn't what I imagined? And so they hesitate. But here is the revelation you did not see coming. The very thing they think is a problem is the thing that makes you unforgettable. Your uniqueness. Your natural presence. The way you do not blend into sameness. The way you carry yourself without trying to fit into a template. You were never designed to be ordinary. And ordinary is what they are used to. Something huge is waiting for you, and it begins with this realization. You are not meant to shrink to fit someone's comfort zone. They love you. That is real. But love that is still learning how to be brave can look confused. It can look distant. It can look inconsistent. And you might have felt that inconsistency already, the warmth followed by slight withdrawal, the closeness followed by silence. It is not because you are lacking. It is because they are growing. Stay till the end, because the next part will shift everything. Deep down, this person is standing at a crossroads. On one side is comfort, choosing what feels socially approved, predictable, easily explained. On the other side is you, real connection, emotional depth, vulnerability, and a love that does not depend on surface-level approval. And here is what they are slowly realizing. When they imagine losing you, it hurts more than any imagined judgment. They picture you moving on. They picture someone else appreciating your smile, your energy, your presence without hesitation. And suddenly, their so-called problem begins to feel small compared to the possibility of regret. You see, attraction evolves. It deepens. It transforms. What begins as visual grows into emotional magnetism. The more they connect with your heart, the less their old conditioning holds power. But transformation takes courage. Don't skip this. Because this is where your power comes in. You are not here to convince anyone of your beauty. You are not here to modify yourself to fit someone else's unfinished healing. You are here to embody who you are so fully that anyone standing before you must decide, rise into maturity or step aside. And they feel that pressure. When you walk with confidence, when you speak with clarity, when you choose yourself even in silence, it forces them to confront their own shallow fears. And part of them admires you even more for it. This is not a story of rejection. This is a story of awakening. They are awakening to the fact that real love is not a photo shoot. It is not a comparison chart. It is not a public performance. It is an internal alignment. And you, without trying, are teaching them that. There will be a moment, a very specific moment, when they realize something that shakes them quietly. They will look at you and suddenly see beyond what they once labeled as a problem. They will notice how your eyes light up when you talk about something you love. They will notice how comfortable they feel sitting beside you. They will realize that attraction is not only visual, it is energetic. And in that moment, something shifts. The question is not whether they love you. The question is whether they are ready to choose courage over conditioning. Stay a little longer, because something huge is waiting for you. You might be wondering, should I change? Should I improve? Should I adapt? Growth is beautiful. Self-care is powerful. Evolving for yourself is inspiring. But altering who you are out of fear of losing someone who already loves you? That is not growth. That is compromise. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation. The right love will see your appearance as an extension of your essence, not a flaw to fix. This person is in the process of learning that. They are wrestling with it internally. And the more you remain grounded, the more clarity they gain. Your role is not to chase validation. Your role is to remain authentic. Because when someone truly connects with your soul, your appearance becomes familiar, cherished, irreplaceable. The features they once questioned become the details they memorize. The traits they once doubted become the reasons they feel drawn to you in a crowded room. Don't skip this truth. Sometimes, the person who hesitates at first becomes the one who loves you the most deeply, because they had to dismantle their own illusions to choose you. But understand this clearly, if they cannot overcome that internal barrier, it will not be your failure. It will simply mean they were not ready for a love that challenges their shallow standards. And you deserve readiness. You deserve someone who looks at you without comparison. Someone who sees you without filters. Someone who chooses you without apology. Something huge is waiting for you, whether it is this person stepping into courage or someone else walking in with clarity from the very beginning. The power is not in changing yourself. The power is in realizing you were never the problem. As this story unfolds, watch closely. Notice their actions more than their words. Notice if they move closer or stay frozen in fear. Notice if admiration turns into bravery. And most importantly, notice how you feel. Because the greatest transformation happening here is not just in them. It is in you. You are learning to see your worth beyond someone else's perception. You are learning that love is not about fitting into someone's expectation. It is about expanding someone's understanding. Stay till the end of this journey, because what comes next will reveal whether they rise, or whether life brings you someone who never saw you as anything less than extraordinary. And that, my beloved child, is where everything begins to change. There is a silent moment coming when their heart will speak louder than their doubts, and that moment will change everything you thought you understood about this connection. Right now, they are caught in a quiet internal storm, not dramatic, not loud, but deeply personal. On the outside, they may appear composed, even normal. But inside, they are questioning the very standards they once believed were unshakable. Don't skip this, because what is happening in their heart is more powerful than you imagine. They have started to notice something unexpected. Every time they focus on what they once labeled as a flaw, their mind slowly drifts back to how you make them feel. And feelings are not easy to silence. They remember the calmness in your presence. They remember how you listen without judgment. They remember how you understand them in ways others never tried to. And suddenly, appearance feels smaller than connection. But the struggle is not over yet. They are asking themselves difficult questions at night, the kind no one else hears. Why does this person feel so right if they don't match the image I had in my head? Why do I feel at peace here? Why does losing them feel heavier than facing opinions? These questions are reshaping them. Slowly, quietly, deeply. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Here is the surprising truth: attraction is not fixed. It evolves with emotional depth. The more they open their heart to you, the more their eyes begin to see you differently. The features they once analyzed become familiar. The uniqueness they once questioned becomes intriguing. The details they overlooked become the very things they notice first. It is almost shocking to them how perception can transform without your appearance changing at all. And this is where it becomes once in a lifetime. You are unknowingly teaching them what real love looks like. Not love built on perfection, but love built on presence. Not love built on image, but love built on energy. And they feel it. They may not say it out loud yet, but they feel it growing stronger every single day. Don't skip this part. There will soon be a test, not from you, not from anyone else, but from within them. A moment where they must decide whether to cling to old standards or step into emotional maturity. That decision will reveal their true depth, and you will see it in their actions, not just their words. If they choose growth, you will notice a shift. The hesitation will soften. The distance will close. The way they look at you will change, not because you changed, but because they finally did. They will begin to appreciate what once confused them. They will protect what they once questioned. And the love that felt uncertain will become intentional. But if they cannot rise above their conditioning, life will not punish you. It will simply redirect you. Because you were never meant to be someone's compromise. You were meant to be someone's certainty. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not about proving your beauty. It is about witnessing who is brave enough to recognize it without comparison. Right now, they are closer to clarity than ever before. The thought of losing you feels heavier than the fear of outside opinions. The idea of watching you walk away creates a silence in their chest they cannot ignore. And that silence is powerful. It is teaching them that love is not about fitting into an image. It is about finding a connection that feels irreplaceable. You might not see this battle. You might not hear these thoughts. But you will feel the shift soon. A deeper consistency. A stronger presence. A courage that wasn't there before. Stay till the end of this journey, because the next move is not yours to force. It is theirs to choose. And as they stand at this invisible turning point, remember this: you are not waiting to be accepted. You are waiting to be recognized. There is a difference. Recognition comes from maturity. Acceptance comes from tolerance. and you deserve recognition. The story is unfolding quietly, but it is unfolding powerfully. Their heart is learning what their eyes once misunderstood. Their fear is being challenged by their feelings. And the more they realize how rare this connection is, the less your appearance becomes a problem, and the more it becomes part of the reason they cannot let you go. Don't skip what is coming next. Because when someone finally chooses love over illusion, it is unforgettable. And you are about to see whether they are ready for that level of truth. A quiet realization is forming in their heart, and it is stronger than any doubt they once held. You may not see it yet, but something is shifting beneath the surface. The person who once hesitated, who once measured love against appearance, is beginning to confront a truth that feels both humbling and powerful. Don't skip this moment, because what is happening inside them is rare, and something huge is waiting for you. They tried, at first, to convince themselves that attraction must follow a certain formula. They believed love had to match an image they had imagined long ago. But every time they attempted to pull back from you, they felt an unexpected emptiness. It wasn't dramatic. It was subtle, almost unsettling. The thought of creating distance from you didn't bring relief. It brought discomfort. And that discomfort forced them to look deeper. They began noticing how often you occupy their thoughts. How your voice lingers in their mind long after a conversation ends. How your presence feels grounding in a way they cannot explain to anyone else. Slowly, almost shockingly, they realize that the connection they share with you feels more meaningful than any surface-level ideal they once held on to. Stay till the end, because this is where everything becomes clear. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation. The features they once questioned are becoming familiar in a way that feels personal. They are starting to associate your appearance with comfort, with safety, with genuine emotion. It is no longer about comparison. It is about attachment. And attachment reshapes perception. What once seemed different now feels distinct. What once felt uncertain now feels unique. What once felt like a problem now feels like part of the story they don't want to lose. Don't skip this, because the transformation is not loud, but it is powerful. They are realizing that love is not about finding someone who fits a perfect frame. It is about finding someone who fits your soul. And the more they connect with you emotionally, the more their old standards begin to fade. They are beginning to see you not through the lens of outside expectations, but through the lens of personal experience. And that changes everything. There will be a moment very soon when they look at you and something clicks. Not because you changed, not because you tried harder, but because their heart finally aligns with their feelings. They will understand that what they were resisting was not your appearance, but their fear of choosing something deeper than what they were taught to value. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not about proving yourself. It is about watching someone grow because of you. They are standing at the edge of a decision now. The tension they feel is not about whether they love you. That part is already clear. The tension is about whether they are ready to let go of shallow expectations and step into something authentic. And authenticity requires courage. Stay till the end, because their next move will reveal the depth of their character. If they choose you fully, it will not be halfway. It will be intentional. It will be certain. It will be a love that feels earned, not accidental. They will stop analyzing and start appreciating. They will stop comparing and start valuing. They will stop questioning and start embracing. But here is the deeper truth you must hold on to. Your worth was never dependent on their clarity. You were always enough. You were always worthy of someone who sees your appearance as part of your individuality, not something to measure. The title of this story speaks of love and a serious problem with appearance. But what you are witnessing now is the unraveling of that so-called problem. It was never about how you look. It was about how they were taught to look at love. And that lesson is being rewritten. Don't skip this turning point. Because when someone unlearns superficial standards and chooses connection over comparison, it creates a bond that is deeper than anything built on image alone. And if they rise to that level, you will feel it. The hesitation will disappear. The energy will change. The love will feel steady instead of uncertain. Stay with this journey, because what comes next will not just define them, it will define what you allow in your life. You are not here to be someone's compromise. You are here to be someone's realization. And as they stand on the edge of this emotional breakthrough, remember, something huge is waiting for you. Whether it is their full transformation or the arrival of someone who never saw you as anything less than extraordinary, your story is moving toward clarity.